it's James here from goodguitarist.com, and today we're going to be reviewing the Shubb Capo. Now, if you don't know what a capo is or you don't know why you might need one, I have a video that explains that. I'll put a link to that down below. Otherwise, if you're in the market for a capo, if you're looking for one, this is actually my favorite capo. So it's going to be a pretty favorable review. You know, this is the first capo I ever bought like 16 years ago or something like that, and it's still in great shape. I'm not endorsed by them or anything. I'd like to be. Well, you know, my goal here today is to give you an unbiased review based on the fact that I've had one for 16 years and it's been a really good tool for me. Now, my review for this capo is going to be based on three things: the ease of use, the build quality, and the overall value. And I'm also going to show you how to use the thing in case you already own one and you want to know how to use it effectively. And really quickly before we get started, I don't know if you follow my channel, but this is only my second review, but I want to do a whole bunch of reviews. You know, I want to save you guys the headache, and I want to try some stuff out and use my experience with guitar to help you make some better decisions. So if there's anything that you're interested in, please let me know in the comments down below, and I'll try to review it. Most capos use a spring-loaded mechanism. They work like a clothespin and you just squeeze them and put them wherever on your fretboard. They squeeze as hard as possible. And the thing is, when you squeeze a string, when you press it as hard as you can, it kind of makes it go sharp. Just listen to this. Hear that? Hear how I'm just pressing super hard and it's actually raising the pitch of the string. Now, those other styles of capos, they'll just squeeze as hard as they can and they'll do that to all your strings. Whereas with this one, you can always adjust it so that it has just enough pressure to hold down the string, but not too much. And that does make it a little more tricky to use. You know, it's not hard to use, but compared to just the clothespin one where you just squeeze it and move it, this one does have a bit of a learning curve, but it's really, really easy. To put it on your guitar, we start off by opening it up. So we just open up the part with the rubber pads. That's going to be the part that goes over your fretboard. We line it up. So I'm going to be careful to make sure that the tip doesn't go too far over the edge, or else I won't be covering that string, and I don't want it too far that way. I want to line it up so that it touches all the strings. And I actually like to press it down to put equal pressure on all the strings like that. And then we try to clamp it down, and you just push on that clamp, and there you go. Now, if it's too hard, if you have to push really hard to clamp it down, it means you have it too tight. And that's what's really cool about this capo is you can just loosen it or tighten it, depending on your guitar or where on the fretboard. You know, some necks are thinner here and thicker here. Mine is. So if I'm putting it on the first fret, I might have to tighten it up a little. You know, right now it's not tight enough. So I just unlatch it, tighten it a little bit, and try it again. So once again, we open it up, place it on the guitar, make sure that it's placed well, and then you squeeze it down, and that's it. And you adjust the tension. You just open it up, adjust the tension till you got it perfect. So this isn't the easiest capo to use because you can't just squeeze it and move it, but it's just like one extra step. And in exchange, you're getting the ability to make it just tight enough, and it won't move. It's a super solid capo. So I'm going to give it 4.5 out of 5 on ease of use and versatility. Now, as far as the build quality is concerned, I've had mine for, like 15 or 16 years, and it's in great shape. It almost looks new. It's a bit grungy because, whatever, I throw it in my gig bag and use it all the time. But for how much I use it, this thing looks pretty fantastic. None of the rubber has chipped or cracked or peeled. It just has 3 pieces of metal with rivets. Doesn't squeak or anything. It's just a really simple design, and it's actually a pretty small capo, so your knuckles don't run into it. I find that's a problem with some capos. When I'm playing like a D chord, my knuckles just smack into it, whereas this one is pretty tight. And as far as the looks, it's very simple and elegant. From the audience's point of view, there's just a piece of rubber and a tiny bit of chrome, so it's really simple and elegant. My wife has one of these too for just as long as I've had, and hers is in the exact same shape, and she doesn't even treat it as well as I do. So as far as the build quality is concerned, these things are going to last you, and I'm going to give it 5 out of 5 on that. And that leads us to the value. Now, this is one of the more expensive capos on the market, and you can get capos for like half as much. But the thing is, if it's gonna last you twice as long, it's worth twice as much. And I'm pretty sure that this thing is gonna last a while. You know, I don't like to be like a butt kisser to all these products or whatever, but like this is one of the things that of all the purchases I've made, I'm very, very happy with it. So for value, I'm gonna give this one a 5 out of 5. Assuming that it's gonna last as long as mine has lasted, you'll get every penny worth out of it. And now for my overall rating, you know, taking into account the build quality, the ease of use, and the value, I'm gonna give this one a 5 out of 5. Obviously, I've been talking it up a ton, right? You know, I do really love this product, so I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5. I think that if you're gonna get a capo, you should get this one too. Now I'm gonna do one more capo review, and then we're gonna move on to other products, and I'd actually like to know what sort of products you wanna see reviewed. You know, my goal here is to use my experience with guitar to try out some products so I can maybe save you guys a bit of a headache, you know, dealing with a lower end product that you maybe should have bought the better one. You know, I'm gonna go through that for you, and I'm gonna hopefully be able to let you know exactly what I think is good and what I think isn't worth it, to be frank. You know, so let me know in the comments down below what sort of stuff you're interested in. Otherwise, I hope you found this review helpful, and if you need some help actually, you know, playing some stuff with your capo, I do have a bunch of free resources, my free ebook, my beginner's course, my bar chords course, a whole bunch of stuff designed to help you out. So please check that out. There's links to all that stuff down below. Have a good one, and I'll see you soon.